Hello guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we're going to be covering the AmEx Trifecta and why or why not this might be the ultimate setup for you. So what is the AmEx Trifecta and why would you want to get it? The AmEx Trifecta consists of 3 AmEx cards that hit all the common spending multipliers. It consists of the AmEx Gold, AmEx Platinum, and the Blue Business Plus business card. I won't be going in depth about all the benefits of these cards because I have separate videos on those, but I will be talking about their multiplier benefits and some of the upsides and downsides of having this card set up. So for the annual fees on the combination of all of these 3, you're going to pay $250 from the AmEx Gold, $695 from the AmEx Platinum, and $0 from the Blue Business Plus. That's a total of $945, and yes, you can earn some of that back through credits, but we're just going to go basic numbers here. For earnings rates on these cards, the reason why it makes it a nice trifecta is the 5 points on flights and travel booked through the AmEx travel portal, 4 points per dollar on groceries and dining, and then 2 points per dollar everywhere else. Between all these multipliers, you hit all the common spending categories except which gas or EV charging stations, which you would get 2 points per dollar. So why should you get this trifecta and have this be your main setup? Well, the first reason would be for your convenience. It's very easy to have all 3 of your cards through one bank, all earning the same points. It would allow you to stack up those points faster and make redemptions with them. Transfer partners are easier since you wouldn't have to worry about another bank not having the same transfer partner or the transfers taking longer than expected at one bank rather than the other. The second reason I would recommend people getting this trifecta is for the giant sign-up bonuses. If you were to get all the highest sign-up bonuses that are as of right now on this recording, 175,000 points for the Platinum, 90,000 points for the AmEx Gold, and 75,000 for the Blue Business Plus. Plus, you would have to hit the minimum spend of spending 8,000, 6,000, and 15,000 respectively. You would net a total of 384,000 points, which is minimally valued at $3,800, but with a cent per point value of 2 cents per point, which is what I recommend valuing AmEx points at, that's $7,600. That alone could make it worth it holding these cards, especially if you spend a bunch. Working through those 3 sign-up bonuses through an 18 to 24 month period could net you tons of transferable points and could get you a really good trip somewhere. So moving on to some of the reasons why I would say you shouldn't get this trifecta. The first of them being is the insane price of $945 on the annual fees you would have to pay out each year. Yes, you do get a bunch of coupon book style credits, but those can be quite tedious to make sure you get all of them, and it would just be much easier if you didn't have to pay a high annual fee to get all those credits. The annual fee is the highest you would potentially pay across all the trifectas or duos, whatever you want to say, and be taking cash you already had in your pocket out, only in hopes that you can hit all the coupon book style credits and make the points worth some. The second reason why I wouldn't suggest having this as your only credit card setup is I'm not a big fan of having all your cards at one bank, or should I say all your eggs in one basket. While it doesn't happen often, a bank can close your account at their discretion. If they don't feel comfortable with what you're spending on the card or feel your chances of paying off balances are shrinking, they could limit your credit or close your account. And this goes for any bank. This will also limit your exposure to having relationships with other banks, which is something where like this were to happen, or even if a fraud alert would happen and you're on vacation, you can't get another card. You'd have to start fresh with a new bank with no banking behind you, which could put you in a tight situation like I just mentioned. I mean, if Amex were to flag your card as fraud for some reason, all of your accounts would be risk being frozen at the time, and if you're out traveling, you can't deal with that. You can't get a new card, you don't have another issuer. That's going to put you in a pickle, especially if you're outside the country. So I do think it's a good practice to have a card at least 2 different banks, and is why I wouldn't recommend having the Amex Trifecta as your only credit card setup. So what is my opinion and would I recommend this to be your setup? Well, I'd say no. I think the cons outweigh the pros, and while the sign-up bonuses are great, and trust me, they are. Say it takes you 3 years of holding the cards and you earn $450,000 with multipliers and those sign-up bonuses and all that stuff, you're still paying about $3,000 in annual fees. And if you can't get $3,000 worth of travel out of those 450,000 points, well, you're not winning the credit card game right there. And that's kind of Amex's goal. They're hoping that you don't take advantage of the points system and you continue paying those high annual fees so that they can make in the money. I also think there's a better 2-card setup out there like the Venture X and Saver One from Capital One. That would only be better if you wanted to get cards from one issuer. The last reason I wouldn't suggest this being your card setup is that there's still places that don't accept American Express, especially outside the US. I was recently traveling in Europe for a few weeks, and a lot of times they didn't accept American Express. This was a major inconvenience, and it made me second guess using it at all, so I ended up using my Chase Visa the whole time I was there. So all in all, what do you think? Do you agree with or disagree with my stance on the AmEx Trifecta, if it's worth it? I'd love to hear your thoughts, I really do. And what card setup do you currently use? I currently have the Gold in my rotation and the Blue Business Plus, but I actually use my Ritz-Carlton card for most of my flights, which is something I don't think a lot of people use for that. It might have lower multipliers, but I do find having the travel perks on it outweighs the cons of getting the high annual fee card of like the Platinum. Either way, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you get that like and subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.